Today, we're going to be talking about something that is extremely true to me and has helped me improve my life greatly over the past 4 years. 4 years ago is when I began using this tool to benefit my life. And honestly, guys, it has been an extremely beneficial tool. It has put me ahead of the curve by miles. Okay. I cannot stress enough how important it is to master this sphere early on in life. If you wait, it is going to be detrimental to your health, and you will end up like the other 70% of Americans who die because of the food that they put in their mouth. It's absolutely ridiculous. That being said, I want to tell you guys a little bit about my journey and how this tool helped me. And I'm going to talk about what it is and how you can go about finding the resources that are going to lead you to success in using this tool. Okay. First things first, about 4 years ago, I'm 24 now. So when I was about 20, I was absolutely not the same person I am now at all whatsoever. I was depressed. I was always anxious, hanging out with not the brightest. I was addicted to drugs, alcohol, and when I mean drugs, I mean several drugs at the same time. It was not a path to be on. I had a 9 to 5 job that I was barely making it to every morning, hated being there. Every weekend, I would get blackout drunk, forget what happened, sleep in the bed with people that honestly shouldn't even be around me whatsoever. And it just was not the way to live life. And I'm sure that some of the people watching this video are maybe not all the way there, but you're at some step in life that you are not exactly comfortable with, okay? Or maybe you just want something better, okay? That being said, um, fast forward 4 years, I'm not addicted to anything. I don't do any negative things. My depression is absolutely evaporated out of thin air. I did not get anxious about stuff. Obviously, I get, you know, negative things happen and then I think about them and process them, but in a very healthy and timely manner. And I can continue to move throughout my day without being freaking strained to the bed for months at a time because I'm afraid of the world and don't want to do anything to change my life. And I'm sure that some people are the same way because I cannot possibly be the only one who has felt like that in life. That being said, this tool fixed that for me. Okay. Obviously, it's not a end all be all. Okay. You still have to go about life. You're still going to go through struggle and strife to become a better person. But this tool, I genuinely believe, is the core foundation of my mental and physical well being. Okay. As I hinted to earlier, with the 70% of Americans actually dying to what they put in their mouths because they can't control what goes in and in what quantities, this has to do with diet, okay? I need to preface something before I explain exactly what diet I'm talking about, and I need you to understand that the stuff that you've been told so far in life regarding diet, depending on who you are, maybe you know what I'm about to tell you already. Maybe you're aware of this. But the stuff that you've probably learned so far, or at least what you've been taught in school, as far as nutrition, is a lie. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I've not done the long form research, okay? I've looked into things myself. I've done the deep research. And by long form research, I mean I have not hosted these studies. I've done hours and hours, I mean years of research on this topic and self experimentation, okay? It works. But I shut up. It works, okay? That being said, our medical industry, our drug, so medical and drug, food industry, the government, which includes our schools, all of those together are working to keep you sick, unhealthy, and dumb. Believe it or not, the fingers of corruption run so deep into into our system that the children in elementary school are taught to eat not just the wrong foods, but the foods that are nearly guaranteed to bring upon them the diseases that are most common in America today. That being said, just spit with me for a second. If that's true, right, then it's very likely that most of the information that you think you know is wrong. So, the reason that I'm telling you this, there's two reasons actually. The first reason is because you deserve to know. I believe everybody deserves to know. You've been lied to, and you should have the right to be able to go and fix that. And if you don't know that you've been lied to, you don't know how to figure out new answers because they've been hidden from you, then it's just not fair, okay? And 70% of Americans die to this unfairness. That being said, the second reason that I want to tell you this is because what I'm about to tell you obviously goes against the status quo. And I need you to keep an open mind when I am telling you about the resources that you should go look at in order to implement this into your life, okay? So, first things first, what is this tool? This tool is the carnivore diet, otherwise known as the no carb, zero sugar, F the plants and vegetables diet, okay? It sounds crazy at first. It doesn't even make sense at first. If what you think you know is true. That being said, what you think you know is not true. If what you think you know isn't true, then that means that something else has to be better than what you've been doing. Consider this, okay? Why is it that 70% of Americans die from diet-related problems? Why? Go look up the things that are killing Americans. Number one is heart disease. It's the biggest killer in America, which 200 years ago, heart disease did not exist. I cannot stress enough how much this has benefited me, how much I strongly believe that it will benefit everyone. Please, I highly, highly, highly encourage you to do your own research. Do your own self-experimentation. Do not let a couple YouTube shorts sway you away from this diet. Don't even let a couple YouTube shorts sway you into this diet. Just look into it. Think about things logically. If this means that, then that must mean that, right? Yes, that makes sense. Interesting. You use your brain like that and you win. You will find the answers. How did I get on the carnivore diet? The very first person that introduced me to this diet, his name was Dr. Anthony Chaffee. He is far, far, far more well known than I am. So if you're watching this video, it's likely that you've already seen him. If you're not familiar with him, that is the gentleman who put me on this diet. So I love that man for what he has done for not just me, but hundreds of thousands of other people, if not millions at this point. And I highly encourage you, go check out his channel. Another doctor that I really enjoy watching is Dr. Ken Berry. Go check him out. He is going to give you far more information than I could provide on this topic right here. If you have a, not necessarily shorter attention span, but if you want to get as much information as possible and bulletproof yourself, remove doubt from anything that you've had, regarding this diet, I highly recommend you start with a gentleman named Max German. He goes over things so well. His videos are extremely high quality. And if you had a question or a doubt or a concern about this diet, literally watch just a few videos of his. And you will realize extremely quickly how contrast what modern medical information is going to tell you and what actually ends up being the result when people try the carnivore diet. I do not have the capability of writing out everything in this video as to why you should start the diet, everything that it did for me, and all of the doubt erasing steps that it would take to get you to actually start this diet. The reason that I'm making this video is just to let you know that there are people out there who used to have depression, used to be anxious, addicted, and just angry individuals. And they fixed it through what they put in their body. Okay? That is the most important thing that you could possibly be focusing on in your teens and 20s. If you can nail that at this stage in life, it's game over. Everybody else by the time they're going to get 30 is going to be pudgy. They're not going to be very sharp mentally. They may have a career set up, they may have all types of stuff, but I can guarantee you if they are eating the standard American diet, they are going to drop like flies out of the race of what it is to be successful. You have to nail the diet. Nail the diet. Get it down. It's everything. It's the core foundation of any healthy person's success. I mean, look at, think about it this way, guys. It does not matter how much money you make. It does not matter how much power you have. It does not matter how famous you are. None of that. None of that matters if you die of a fucking heart attack at 45 before you really get to experience the full benefits of building all of that, because of the foundation. The foundation crumbled from within because you didn't get the diet right from the start, and you lost before you ever got to really succeed because of the fact that you didn't get the diet right. And you ended up like the other 70% of Americans who fail, just absolutely fail. That's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I really hope that you guys consider this, just genuinely consider this. I don't care who you are or where you are in life, even if you're 50, 60, 90, I don't care how old you are. Dial in the diet. It's extremely important for people in their 20s because that's when your brain doesn't even finish developing until you're 25. So you've been what? Feeding it junk through its entire development. As sooner you get that done, the better. The sharper, the faster, the easier everything is going to be because of the fact that you mastered the foundation of your success, unlike 70% of Americans. That being said, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got something from it. And if you guys want more content on the carnivore diet specifically, please let me know. That's not what this channel is designed for. This channel is designed just in general for self-improvement. But I will keep talking about the carnivore diet if that is what's going to help improve people. I believe it will. So obviously I'm going to put a video about this every now and then, but I can more focus on the carnivore diet if that is what is requested. That being said, I do have other videos planned, so I'm really going to be doing everything. You guys stay tuned. Subscribe if you like. Leave a comment. Peace out.